Nari McDiarmid with you here at Future of Mining in Perth, and I'd like to welcome Warren Pearce, Chief Executive with the Association of Mining and Exploration Companies. And Warren, I just caught your panel that kicked off day two, and you did acknowledge there's a lot of government support at the moment, but what are some of the constraints facing critical minerals projects?
Yeah, look, there absolutely is a lot of government support, but there's had to be. And that's because of the global challenges. The reality is in a lot of these spaces, we're competing with China, many cases our best customer as a trading partner, but they're also our biggest competition, particularly in critical minerals, and in a position to utilise very substantial incentives and market interventions to lower the cost of their raw materials. And obviously that makes it very hard for us to be able to develop a project and meet those sort of low cost competitors. So one of the biggest challenges is actually the constraints in the fact there's not actually a fair and functioning global market on critical minerals. The reality is there's a very constrained supply chain with a very dominant player who uses their market power well, and so governments have had to lead into that. And so you've now got market interventions happening all over the place. That's unfortunately very needed to get these projects off the ground and to really break that supply chain dominance.
Well, as you pointed to, there is a lot of demand as well, and companies keen to try and tap into that. But how can their ambition be realised effectively?
Yeah, so that's the big challenge, right? So absolutely, super exciting. The need or the growth in demand in critical minerals is huge. You can see those long-term, medium-term projections, all of which seem to position it really well. The hard truth, which we also talked about in the panel, is Australia's not the only one trying to meet it. Which means we've got to be able to find the critical minerals in the first place in economic deposits. That means a big exploration effort has to take place across the nation. And then we've got to work through the difficult process of finding the right finances and the right partners to help us do that. And really what we're looking for is partners who can see through some of the very short cycles that exist in new emerging industries like critical minerals, where you go for extreme highs and extreme lows pretty quickly. You find the right partners who can see through that, support you through it, then you've both got a very good chance of succeeding.
Warren, thanks so much for your time.
Yeah, great pleasure.